Hey there, welcome in or welcome back to my channel. This is Quiet Creatures, and this is my way of sharing with you guys my experience as a brand new reptile and tarantula enthusiast. Alright, so here I'm just giving you guys a preview of all my tarantulas before I talk to you guys about some recent supplies that I bought. So up there at the very top enclosure, that was the Aphanopelma anax, the very first tarantula that I bought, and it's actually female. I got it from the spider shop. That is the Texas tan. Now this one we're looking at right now, that is my Brachypelma bome, the Mexican fireleg. And now we've moved on to the Tliltocotyle albopelosis. That's the curly hair. You can see over there in the far left corner in the back. They're actually just above their den. Now underneath them, I've got the Tliltocotyle epicurianus. That is the Yucatan rust rump. They're just hanging out there at the front. Over here, you see my one of my most recent tarantula purchases. This is the also from Spider Shop, by the way, here in downtown Tacoma, in Washington State. That is the Acanthoscuria geniculata. And at the time of this recording, it's still in its temporary enclosure, but I've now moved it into a new enclosure, and you can check out my channel. I've got the rehoming video. This one right here is the only sling I have, and that was the Grammostola pulchripes, also known as the Chaco golden knee. And here is my most recent purchase from Spider Shop. That is the Avic. That's the avicularia. That is the pink toe, Guiana pink toe. All right, and now I'm going to give you guys an update of some recent purchases I made on Amazon for my teas. First off, we're going to start off with this. So I got a little LED headlamp. So this should make it nice for recording at night because they are nocturnal creatures. So now I won't have to use my phone as a flashlight. I can just strap this onto my head, and we'll see how it goes. I'm quite excited. All right. So other than that, I got these little glow crystals. They looked better on Amazon. They looked more like glass. I should have known that they have a more plastic look to them. Not that it'll matter when they're glowing in the dark anyway. I feel like they'll be a really dim glow. They're a little small. And I don't want to use them in my natural looking enclosures like that. I think, but maybe for the, not so much the slings, but I guess the step between the slings and the juvies, maybe it'd look great in their little tiny enclosures. I think it'd look cute. I did actually order a yellow like porcelain mushroom terrarium decor that was small, but it's arriving late, so I was hoping I'd get it today. It was supposed to arrive with everything else, but it didn't. So maybe I'd hold on to these and use it with that yellow porcelain toadstool mushroom looking deal. But yeah, I feel like these would look good in like these little tiny cubes meant for little baby teas or slings, I guess. Yeah. Or like really small juvies, right? So apart from that, so this I already had. I just haven't used it yet. I was hoping to use this for my Grammostola pulchripes, the Chaco golden knee. Once he or she gets a little bigger, we can put them in here. Maybe I'll put the glow crystal in there, like one of them, obviously. Okay, so that's that. On to the next thing. So, you know what I just realized? Like terrarium decor, like stuff that people like to use to put in terrariums to make them really, really nice and fancy. I figured that would be great for tarantula enclosures. So I got the idea because I was looking at people's photos of their actually not no sorry I was on my Amazon. I kept getting recommended people's jumping spider um, terrarium decor. Even though I don't have any jumping spiders, I don't have any interest in it yet. So, but just looking at all the tiny decor that they like to sell on Amazon for jumping spiders specifically, I was like, hey, if this stuff works for jumping spiders, then all the little tiny decor that people use in terrariums, that would work too. So this is what I got. Aren't they pretty cool? The little stone. So these are made, I don't know if they're made of stone because they're a little light. I think they're made of clay. But, you know, like the little Japanese or Asian looking stone lanterns. This one's my favorite right here. That is so cool. It'd be so cool if it had like a little LED light bulb in there, like a dim one. That'd be great. So yeah, see how small they are? I knew they would be small. Now looking at my tea enclosures, I think they might be a little too small. No, actually they would look great, but I think just by themselves, they'd be too small to notice. But if you had them in groups like this, then definitely they'd be noticeable. I figured they'd look a lot neater if I put them on top of like the like natural looking gravel, like the tiny gravel. So yeah, that's an idea. Or you know what? I could actually put it in here. Let's see how this looks. Let's use this one. Pagoda looking lanterns. There. See, that's cute, right? It's very cute. Imagine that with little substrate, a little moss, and a little tiny water dish in the corner, maybe. Maybe not. That'd be too much, but yeah. Yeah, that looks really nice. It's cute. All right, so that's that. And now, last thing is this. So I picked one of these up. This one is a portable label maker. Now I can finally have the scientific names because I've been handwriting the scientific names and on Post-its and then taping them to the terrariums. Now I've got this LED Bluetooth, not LED, sorry, this Bluetooth label maker, and it's supposed to work with your smartphone. So this one, this brand, it's gotten a lot of positive reviews on Amazon. I haven't used it yet, but it comes, I like how it comes in a lot of colors. I like the style. There's a lot of colors to choose from. My only wish is that it came in yellow, because as you guys can tell, yellow is my favorite color. But this color, I believe I think this was cyan. Yeah, cyan or green, I forget. Yeah, they both look very, a little similar, so I forget which one I chose. I think it's cyan. I did choose, well, I want to say. But anyway, I'll let you guys know how this works out. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little update. All right, thank you so much, and hope to catch you guys in the next one. All right, before I end the video, one more thing. I just wanted to show you, I got the label maker to work. It was actually very easy. So again, this is the Nelco label printer. And there are all the labels that I made, and I put them all in order. The order in which I bought all the teas. So first off, so I put in the scientific name at the top left, and then underneath that I put in the common name. And as you'll see in the upper right hand corner, this is the only tea that I have sexed, and this is the only female that I have for sure. And then in the bottom right corner, I've got the date. So let's go over them in order. So the very first one I got was in May 2026. That is the Ephanopelma anax, the Brazilian white knee. After that, actually on the same day, we have the Grammostola pulchripes. This is the Chaco golden knee, also in May of 2026. That one is the only sling that I have currently. Everything else is a juvie. After that, I got the Brachypelma bomei, Mexican fireleg. And then I got the Twiltocotyle albopilosis, also known as the curly hair tarantula. And then I got the Twiltocotyle epicureanus, the Yucatan rust rump. And then these last two I got on the same day. That is the Acanthoscuria geniculata, the Brazilian white knee. And then we have the avicularia, the Guyana pink toe. All right, I just wanted to show you guys what the printed labels look like. I'm really happy, and that one looks really cool with the female. I tried to get the female symbol, you know, the circle with the cross underneath it. I couldn't find it. It's got to be in there. I'm sure there's a way. Anyway, I think it's pretty cool. That's the only one that I have. All right, thank you so much. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.